to be throwing out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mills to Pierce. They set up the screen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A first down throw for Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Pierce on the counter. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard.
And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll run here with Pierce.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Once more, it's Pierce.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Now Mills on the sneak. Oh, he's going to be brought down short of the 1st, and they are out of timeouts.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And some room to run now. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got some space here. Shoves him aside. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 25-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An inside give to Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot in the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Mills.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defensives. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
They'll try the right side with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It will be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Texans take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On play action, Mills. Under pressure, and down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play fake, Mills. And this is caught. He hits more. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Second down and 3. They'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Pierce gets this one running right. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
They'll run for it with Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Pierce. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it?
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Darren Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Hand off right side to Pierce. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done and narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?